Could take up to 2 minutes, it says. Okay, we should be live now. Should refresh. Still not.
Oh, we're now. I think we're on now. Yeah, we're on now. Hey, everybody. I think let me go back here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're live. All right, we're live. Yeah.
Donald, how are you?
I'm fine and dandy. Bring up pop-up band. Everybody is here. Holy smokes. All right, Dave Stafford stopped in, but I'm not sure if he's still here. But if you are, Dave, hey. Hack, Tapping, yo, Frank C., Dwight the Hitman Bailey. Dwight, I watched your peanut butter on the phone video a little while ago. Great name for a video. Good stuff. Lars Guitars, Gussie Wells. And I think that covers it. I missed you. I don't think we missed. Frank C. Yeah, I said Frank C. Rick Hefner. There's Rick. What's going on, dude? So anyway, Mitch was just saying about cheap guitars. What were you saying, Mitch?
Well, I can't afford new guitars. I mean, not now. I mean, since everything retired.
So cool you brought this up because I got something to contribute on this.
Okay. Because and some of my cronies, they know some guys I hang around with every day. I've been looking at these cheap guitars, like Monoprice has some, and there's all different kinds. I mean, I've been looking at used Squires and stuff like that, and you can get used Squire Affinity, which is better than it's up from the Bullet for under $100. I've seen like 3 or 4 of them there, but I just can't get to pulling the trigger. I mean, because I got 8 guitars, right?
See, that's why I think it's better to go like let's say you could find at a music store for $125 a Squire Telecaster that just felt good, just didn't sound that good, right?
Right.
Well, the reason it doesn't sound that good is because it's got cheap pickups, right?
It's cheaper. Yes.
So you spend $125 because you just love the neck. The neck is just butter, or whatever, and it looks cool, or you don't really care. You're not really worried about how good it looks. You can relic it, or you could, whatever. You just want a guitar that feels right, and you go out and spend $400, maybe $500 on pickups. You can probably spend $200 or $300, especially on single. It's going to
cost you that a couple hundred to put in.
Now you're into it. Now you got a really nice sounding guitar that sounds wonderful, that feels wonderful to play. That's. Look, let me tell you something. My total investment in this guitar was $399 in like 1998, or somewhere around before 2000, and I forget, maybe $400, maybe $500 for the Lawler pickup, so under $1,000. And I love this. I'll put the sound of this guitar. I don't like it. Doesn't feel as good to play as my Les Paul, but It's not bad, and it sounds great. At least people tell me. I think it does, and people seem to like it when I use it on the videos. So. But you can't really tell the guitar. I use so many effects. You can't really tell what the guitar sounds like.
Yeah.
Because all my Helix patches I've gotten from these other guys mostly. A couple of them I've made with watching what they did, and I've got so many. It's pretty disgusting how many effects I have. Do you have that many on most of your patches? You ever look at the Helix chain thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I futz around with them. Yeah, some of them got a lot. I didn't make them. The ones I play around with myself, I only have a few things on. I don't put that much stuff on there. But I'm either turning stuff on or I'll turn a lot of stuff off. I don't save it or anything because sometimes I'll play with this effect off and
Right.
But I have not been. You know what I've been doing lately? Everything's been doing everything on my DAW. I installed a Cakewalk recently, right? I had it on before, but it gives you a truncated version of THU overloud, and it's still got about 30, 40 effects in there for the maybe not quite that many. Yeah, it's got a.
Is that what you used on your? What did you use on your last? Because your last video that sounded real good.
What did I use my last one? I forget.
I can't remember. You played a Strat, I think, didn't you?
The white one, or no? I think the SG.
SG, that's right. Yeah, the SG.
Yeah, I might have used Bias Effects for that one. I can't remember. And Bias Effects, they they're just, it's okay. But I tell you what, all right. So I saw Cakewalk the next day. Well, I saw Cakewalk. I wanted to go back at it the next day, right, to play around with some more of the THU, and I opened up a Reaper by mistake, right, and I had some free plugins in there, right, and it's the kind I got I can load up IRRs and everything, and kind of by accident I come up with the freaking best patch, period. It was all this free stuff. Yeah, it sounds like an AC.
Is it a clean patch or is it a distorted?
Well, it's like an AC/DC patch, and I got a little bit of just a touch of reverb in it, and oh my gosh,
a little grit to it,
a little bit of grit to it, and it sounds good. But I recently changed the strings on my SG, and I kind of I oiled up the fretboard because it was never done. It looked real good.
Cool.
And it's got the tail piece and the bridge. It comes off. Yeah. Why did I forgot the orientation of the bridge, right? I put it all backward. So I flipped it around, right? But I couldn't, and I messed around with the height. I lowered it by accident, not paying attention. I couldn't remember. So I'm playing around with it and doing by sound and ear. And I even did some intonation, but my high E string, it's like sounds dead. I popped one of it, the E string one time. And I had some spare ones, so I put another one in there. But it just sounds, it's just not ringing out like the, so and I know the string was sitting on the edge. You have the bridge and the way it comes off of the
saddle,
the saddle that the kind of, so it was touching the edge. Well, I lifted up the tailpiece a little, or the stop bar thing, but enough so it's not touching it, but it's still get that little.
That sucks.
I notice it, but. So I don't know. I might put some. I had some nut sauce, but I put some on. But I put so little on, maybe it wasn't enough. I'll try it again for the nut, see what happens. Because I'm tired of taking my guitars to get set up.
Right.
And I can learn how to do it myself.
Mitch, Frank C says he had Phil drop an EVH pickup in his travel guitar.
Oh, really? It sounded good the way it was. Yeah, he's got it's a travel guitar I forgot the. Somebody out west makes it for.
One of those things that folds up and then unfolds.
Yeah, I did. I think I did a video on his, and
I'll have to go back and watch. I'll have to go back.
It sounded so good,
really?
And the action was unbelievable. Yeah, I don't really think you needed Stewart travel guitar. I don't think you needed a pickup in there because it sounded good the way it was. Anyhow, but I look at like Firefly guitars, in India, which are modern price brand, and there's Ivy. There's so many brands.
Wait, Hack, did you do a live stream earlier? Guitar Hack? I checked your channel to see because I didn't see anything. I didn't get a notification. Did Hack have a live stream? Do you know?
No.
It says.
I don't think.
Somebody says, let's see. Lars says Meteora sounded great tonight, which leads me to believe Hack out.
Oh no, he was playing in our thing.
Oh, Discord. In Discord. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, we got a newcomer in there. Well, who's that?
That is Overland Rambler.
Hello,
Fred.
Oh, it's Fred. How you doing, Fred? I said a newcomer. He was in there later. I don't know. Every time he comes with a new name.
That name doesn't ring a bell, but
no. He's probably got 100 different ones. He's the pilot.
So Mitch talking about cheap guitar. I've kind of been I've on and off jonesing about this Koa Epiphone Les Paul Koa. It's about $800. I guess it's up to $800 now. I think it started out around $7, but now I think it's up at $8 or $850. It doesn't matter. And it's just a pretty looking brown wood grain type, look to it. And it's got an ebony fingerboard. I don't care about the pickups because for that price, I'm still just at or over $1,000 if I put in some nice pickups. If I don't like the way the pickups sound, but Bill's Music House up the street, they don't deal with Epiphones. So, and I've also, I've actually watched a couple videos. They popped up on my feed. It's like, oh yeah. So I also like the Epiphone Prophecy SG. You know, where's Six String Brian? Always telling me to get an SG because it's ebony. I've got a thing about ebony. My first real good guitar I bought from a guy going into the Navy when I just got out of high school had an ebony fingerboard and fretboard. I love that, you know, but I broke the guitar. But anyway, it has that, and it also, what I like, it has 24 frets. I think having 24 frets is very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's got Fishman fluence pickups, which are basically active pickups, but I don't think they're like EMGs. But, you know, I when I bought that Paul Reed Smith with EMGs, I watched a lot of videos and guys were getting phenomenal sounds clean. Well, I'm not going to get phenomenal sound, but if I don't like those pickups, I can get Jesse to rewire, you know, regular pickups. And again, it's a nine. I think the SG Prophecy, because it's blue and it's got black, it's a badass looking guitar in my opinion. But so getting to where I started. Yesterday I went up to my buddy's little you know, short park executive golf course. He's the pro there, and we played a couple holes, and you know, gave me a couple pointers, and so I came home and I had to get something to eat. I stopped in Jennings. That's one on the corner there, right, kind of across from Bill's Music House, but up a little bit. And sure enough, as I'm sitting at the bar waiting for my burger to get cooked because I'm taking it home to eat, the manager of Bill's Music House is in there. He hangs in there. He's like a barfly, but he was just there. He was drinking iced tea and talking. You know, I guess he went in there for lunch, and he knew the waitress, and he was sitting behind me. And as I was leaving with my burger, he was also leaving to go back over to Bill's. I said, "Hey, can I ask you a question real quick? I won't bother you too bad, but are you guys don't do Epiphones? You have it?" He goes, "Oh no, we've been waiting. We've got a big order coming in." So, you know, hey, it might be NGD for 2 and 3/4 jams, one of these, you know, coming up. Just for something in that price range, you know, Christ, I'm losing money every day.
Last time I was in Bill's, it has to be closer to 40 years, between 35, I bet you, since that last one in there, maybe. Oh,
the problem is
he was living the last time I was there, Bill. I guess he's not living anymore, is he?
I don't think so. But he might be. I think his son runs it now. But anyway, Bill Jr. or whatever. But I tell you what, it's not a bad. It's a nice store to go into and all. But since I've been going there for over 30 years, I mean,
I bought a lot of stuff there when I was younger.
I've bought stuff there, but only one guitar, and that was like in 1980. That was before we got married, or after we got married. Or it was before we got married, and. For the last 20, 25 years, you go in there, the salespeople, I mean, you know, some of them, I'm sure they're all real nice guys. And, okay, you know, they've gotten what I've wanted. Like I bought that keyboard that I never play. The guy went right back and got it. Same.
I did too. I bought one.
But whenever I'm looking at guitars, you know, a couple times I say, "Can I play this one?" And the manager got that Firebird out for me to play when I was thinking about that a couple years ago. And, but they don't try to sell you anything. It's amazing.
I'm pretty sure, you know, my memory is not right, but I think I bought like used Telecaster there, or used Stratocaster. I think I had the Paul. I think I got it there. I can't remember for sure. Gibson, the Paul back in the 80s. But most of the stuff was back in the 70s, used stuff.
Well, that's a shame. So what's everybody think of Mitch's new camera?
Yeah, I have everything turned down because I have my RGB light on in the back. The only thing is, it kind of, I don't know if you're noticing. Actually, let me see if I can notice it on the live stream.
Let me go to YouTube. See what it looks.
Let me see.
Looks great, dude. It's crystal clear.
Well, you know, it's not flickering. Even on the video, it's not really flickering. It is to me, though.
I don't see it.
No,
I see on YouTube. I don't see that either.
I don't either.
I
don't either.
See what you guys are seeing on YouTube and what we're seeing in the studio.
Yeah, I'm using a program that
the production studio.
EV Mux. Well, I see a little bit. It's like it's a little waving to me.
Yeah.
You know?
What we're looking at, it doesn't look all that impressive. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look. It looks much better on YouTube. And am I in 1080? Let's see if I'm in 1080.
Should be on this broadcast.
No, because see, I have to go to quality 720. Isn't that crazy? Now I'm going to 1080.
Oh, on the stream. You talk about on the live stream
on my computer. My computer's. It's crazy that you have to go, and there's not a big difference between 1080 and 720, but there's enough of a difference.
It's enough of a difference. I like it.
Lost the pop-up chat. Let's bring that back up. Sorry for ignoring the chat. You know,
we got some. I've been saying hi to new people dropping in.
R2, R3, what's happening? Dan in New Jersey. Who else we missed? Let me go back up. I think we're caught up. You know, we got Fred, Overland Rambler. That's a cool name. James Mislead. Usuals plus a few new ones. R2, Dave was the first one in, but I think he just stopped in and said cheers and had to run.
Stafford, yeah. Yeah, but it's like, well, let me. Why is it? And it's not just us. Why is it that you can't stop getting? You know, when I got my first guitar back in 2015, when I got back into playing, I never thought I was going to get another guitar, and it just doesn't stop. It's just like you want, you know, all kinds of gear, and it just doesn't stop.
The cliche gas, you know, gear acquisition. You can say guitar acquisition syndrome work, but really it's gear because people are always buying pedals. It amazes me that guys keep buying pedals, and I tell you what, these pedals are not. They sound great, all the ones these guys, but some of them are awful expensive. Holy guacamole! You know, I like my 5,000 pedals in one Helix.
Yeah, I do too. But I can see if I was using a tube amp, I can see me getting addicted and doing all the pedal stuff, learn how to do all that. But I can't.
I've thought of buying an amp, but you know, it just my setup works good because I'm so stupid, really, that I can't figure out that, you know, even if I get the DAW thing down, now I have to learn how to edit videos. And who was it? Was it Dave or was it R2 or Joe Wentz? Joe Wentz, I think, was talking about it. It takes, Joe Wentz was talking about it. And I think in R2 and Dave and Joe's, they've been doing Friday or Saturday night show. Good to see them back together again. It takes 2 to 3 hours sometimes to put a video together.
That, you know, the 10-minute, what's it, 10 minutes? I did a reel on this. I put up, you know, it took me 3 hours to do that. 3 hours. 3 hours.
What? I'm recording. You weren't even playing a guitar.
I know, but I'm doing a review, and then you screw up, so you do it over, or you try to cut stuff out, and you're adding more stuff in.
So you're cutting and pasting and adding stuff.
Oh my gosh! And I'm calling the Elgato Logitech. I had to take that out. Some of it's old age.
Did you see the second comment I put to my comment? What did you keep saying? It's
I can't remember.
Self-adjusting or something.
Oh, it is. Yeah,
because you typed in over there. How many times did I say self-adjusting or whatever?
Oh, I said self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory.
Well, it's like an a-hole. What an a-hole. No wonder I don't. Nobody comes and watches. You know, my stuff I put up.
Dude, let me tell you something. It makes me ill to watch the replays of some of our live streams, especially if I've overindulged. By the way, cheers! And this live stream is brought to you by Jameson. But I'm going real easy. But a couple times, I mean, by the end of the live stream, it's like my tongue is probably like 3 times as big as it normally is. It sounds like I can't even talk.
Yeah.
You know, we're all our own worst critics, but sometimes.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I'm like I try to be a perfectionist, but I just plain it. Well,
at least you're not doing the. I do. Yeah, you don't do that much. I don't see.
I cut some of it out.
Well, okay.
But
there's Hetriani. What's happening there? Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot of good guitar players. R2,
R2, R3.
Lars, Hack.
What the hitman
Of,
Dwight Bailey?
man, he's got a guitar collection, don't he?
Well, he's got some really, 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 really nice guitars.
I don't know if it was both guns and guitar. He's got a lot of cool guns too. But I remember back when he was on one of Dave's guitar channels. Oh my God, man has some very cool stuff.
He was on his show
years ago. Not years ago. Back during COVID, when everybody was doing live streams, we were doing our show. R2, R3, and Joe and Dave were doing theirs. Hack was doing his more regular. Before he started doing the album, the band things, and because we were all going crazy, quarantined. What else can you do? The live stream was YouTube was a good thing for a lot of people, I think, back in the day. But one time he was on Dave's guitar channel and he was showing guitar.
I didn't know that.
Guns. I don't know if it was in the same. Dwight, was it in the same show you were showing your guns and guitars, or was it just guitar? I remember. I remember the.
Guns,
I do
remember. I do remember.
Cool. That was very, very cool.
I thought you talked about guns and guitars.
No.
That YouTube channel. You know what I'm talking
about? No.
You don't know. This guy does stuff about guns and guitars. He's a real good guitar. He builds them, man. He's a real good guitar player, and he's teaches gun handling and all that stuff. Anyway, that's what I thought you were talking about.
All right.
Yeah, I use DaVinci Resolve all the time. Not true. I got a Mac. I am using actually one of the last videos I was using Final Cut Pro because it's got what I like about Final Cut Pro, it's got a lot of presets in there. I mean, already I just got to slap it on there where DaVinci has some, but you got to make your stuff make them from scratch, and it's just so much easier in Final Cut Pro.
All right, I get so mixed up. Is DaVinci video or audio?
Video.
Okay.
But it has an audio editor in there too.
So what effect? What do you when you say effects? What do you mean? Like
the text or somebody where you see I'm going from one scene to the other. You can put it like a blur effect.
Oh,
or I can make the text move and
okay. I got
or
zoom
in, zoom out, all this. Okay. And it has a lot of built-in stuff in the presets already in Final Cut Pro. So
I'm so far behind. I paid for the Reaper license. I think 2 years ago.
I haven't paid for it, but I don't necessarily use it all. I mean, I just go back and forth with everything. Lately, I've been using the DAW, and I don't think I turned the Helix one in maybe 2 weeks.
Are you using Reaper exclusively, or are you doing?
Well, I was saying lately, but I just installed another DAW. What I was saying earlier, Cakewalk, and it's free.
Oh, I thought Cakewalk was a plugin with effects.
No, it comes in with a lot of plugins. It comes in with, like I said, like a version of THU. It's got to have at least 30 or 40. I don't know. I was counting the other day. It has a lot of effects in there, for free.
Now, are they tweakable? Can you adjust this or that?
Yeah, somewhat. Yes, I can. Yeah, I can. Somewhat. Yep.
So you can add more delay or less delay, or you can add.
Yeah, I can add.
Change the EQ. Okay, cool.
A little bit to a point. But if you were to send me, let's say if you had THU, the full version, you made your own patch, I couldn't use it in that. It wouldn't. That wouldn't work. I actually, Steve from Boston just brought that up. Was it Steve from Boston? I think it brought that up. Somebody did. Yeah, you can't use patches on the truncated version, or I read it somewhere. I forget. I don't know. But it sounds pretty good. But like I said, I came up with a patch in Reaper and using I forgot the name of what I'm using. A lot of
R2, R3 says, I've had gas since 2002. Okay, since 91. Yeah, I think we're all in the same boat. And
iMovie.
Cool.
iMovie's good. It just doesn't, and that's got a lot of presets in it too, actually. But I just like messing around with Final Cut Pro, which I do it so little I forget. I was having trouble with crashes in Final Cut Pro, like if I, I do a lot of my recordings come from OBS and I into an MP4. Well, there's something about Final Cut Pro doesn't like the way it's, I don't know, something to do it. And I actually called because it kept on crashing every time I would try to edit a movie. And I called. Here's what's really good about Apple products. People knock them because they're so expensive. I had 2 issues I called up, and I had the issue with Final Cut Pro crashing. And like within 2 minutes, the guy knew what it was. He said, "Oh, you're using OBS. It doesn't like those MP4." And what you can do is convert it. You can do it right from the video itself on the Mac. Right click it and convert it to an MOV file. Bring it into which is .movie file. Bringing it right into Final Cut Pro, not a problem. And I can export that back into MP4.
Yeah, but you know what you're talking. You understand everything he's saying. Could you imagine that guy talking? Could you imagine that guy talking to me?
No, tell me about it. Tell me about it, Don.
Oh, folks, we've missed some of the best YouTube content could have been out there. The funny, if me and Mitch had recorded some of the sessions where Mitch comes into my computer,
some
fixes that, cleans it up, or we're like on cell phones, and he's saying, "No, you got to do this." No, right? No, you're not listening to me.
I mean, not everybody can get everything. I mean, I still get confused on stuff when I'm trying to do. So I got to really read it slow. I missed a step. When I'm trying to fix something. Like when I did the video last night, and I'm using OBS, right? And then you can use OBS to capture your desktop, which I wanted to capture the Elgato software, right? The cam software, and it was capturing everything but the video. So and I had to do all this stuff, and I couldn't get to work in OBS. So I'm using, like right now, I'm using Prism, which is like a OBS clone, but it's got more stuff in it, and it seems to work. After finagling stuff, I got to work in there and to record the video, but it was a pain in the butt. I shouldn't have that problem, but that's one of the problems that OBS has always had. So
are you going to switch to Prism?
Well, I got them both on here. Yeah. So,
but you've been using OBS forever.
Oh, I'll go back and forth. But here's another problem I had when I recorded the part in Prism, right? I just recorded in that. And then when I brought that clip into DaVinci Resolve, the audio was only coming out of one ear. I said, "Oh man," which sounded like crap. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think you got to go into the setting and click on mono to make it anyway. So what I had to do, you can just drag the clip on Audacity, right? And then I just saved it as a stereo file. Then I brought that back into.
Crazy.
It's a lot of stuff. Then I brought that.
You've got Audacity. Audacity. Yeah. I forgot all the names of the things you're using.
Yeah, that's
just things at once.
That's an audio. Well, I've used that for years. It's an audio editor, and they upgrade it all the time. And you can use plugins with that now. I haven't messed with it, but you can use some plugins with Audacity now. Anyway. Oh, look who's in. The dog paw. Woof, woof.
Woof. What's up, Doc?
Woof, woof.
Hope everything's going good for you, Doc.
I can't believe all these awesome guitar players that stopped by.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick.
A lot of talent in that chat box. I haven't even drank half of Jameson. I don't know why. And Blackjack Guitar just joined us. Hey, what's happening, dude?
But when we get back up, getting good guitars, and I guess like you were saying, all the stuff you put into it, I could probably spend 600 hours to get something to play good right off the bat, instead of getting something for $100 and putting $300 or $400 into it. So what sense is that?
But I think there's something that's intriguing about getting something new. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you're getting something new, and I mean.
But I was thinking about doing it myself, fixing it, learn how to fix it, and I think I can do it. I can solder. I mean, I haven't soldered in a while, but I can solder.
I have a great concept for a video for you. I think you should do a video, and I don't know which camera you use. You have to use one camera to do the video, right? Mm-hmm. But I think you should do a video and line up all your cameras. and
Oh,
give a
I
little
got it.
spiel and give a little spiel on each one. I mean, you've done probably reviews on
Mhm.
each one individually, but I think you
Right.
should do a collaboration camera video because you
All
got to
right.
like lead the league in cameras, dude.
All right.
What do you think?
I'm gonna show you something funny
All
since
right.
you just brought it up. But go ahead and talk. Let me get it set up. I got
Well, let me check into the chat here because I've been ignoring the chat. There's Brian. That boy, everybody's stopping in there. Hey, Brian, what's going on, dude? How
which Brian?
everything? You're all settled down there, right? Hey, there's Hack. Oh, you did. All right, cool. Brian, are you all set? Everything good down there in Florida? I think. Who else is in? Is anybody else in Florida? I don't think anybody else is Florida Central in the chat. But I know Brian said, "Are you? Did the kids come back home yet, or?" That's got to be that would be my only trepidation about moving to Florida, but
All
I'd
right.
move there tomorrow if I could. Good.
Here's my problem. Here's
Okay,
what my problem is. Look, how do I solo that?
There you go. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 5.
That's four. It's four right there.
Four. Okay.
But I got two. If you want to count my action cameras, two are laying on the table, and that's not counting my good camera, my Sony, and then I have a Canon camcorder. So
the C9's not up there, is it?
C920 it is.
Which
That's the
one's
one
that?
on the far right. The far right is the C920, and the tall one, the square tall one, is the new one, the Elgato. So
very cool.
A guitar fetish. I mean, guitar. Well, that too. A camera fetish.
Yeah, well, we all have probably too many guitars, but
not
enough. But at the same time, not enough, right?
Correct. Crazy.
All right, good, Brian. That's all good. That's good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun getting new gear. I mean, I thought about getting a real job just so I could get money up to buy new gear.
Hey, Brian, that's back about oh Christ, I'm losing track of time now. I guess about 5 years ago. Well, actually 6 or 7 years ago, twice I went down to Bradenton to the Pittsburgh Pirate minor league facility with a bunch of old men, guys over 40 playing baseball. Man, what a nice facility. And you stay there on, you actually are staying in like a room like where the minor leaguers stay when spring training is going on. So Bradenton's a pretty cool area. That's very nice down there. That's above Sarasota, below Tampa. Yeah, because we flew into Tampa Airport and then drove down to Bradenton. So yeah, I know that area. Very cool. It's very nice down there, Brian. Trying to get 6 guitars and a vet. You got a vet, Brian? Cool. I didn't know that. Awesome. Boy, those new vets. Anybody see the new Mustang? I think that's a badass looking car. I'm not much of a Ford guy myself, but I saw a really cool. You can. So with this, what's it called?
EV Mux.
EV Mux. Yeah. I don't see the thing. Okay, Mux. You can do the. You can highlight the comments.
Yeah,
they just don't come out. They're not quite as big as on StreamYard when you do it.
I think it's bigger.
No,
I can't.
I'm not looking on YouTube. I'm looking on our. Oh yeah, okay. It's see what we're seeing. Well, I'm looking in.
You're probably seeing something different than I'm seeing, Don.
In the Pennsylvania production studio here.
Yeah.
It's very small, but on YouTube, it's really cool. That's so you do the same thing. You just click the comment.
I just click it and it comes right up like
that's
that.
Very cool. Very cool.
This is funny what Dog Paul said right there.
What he said. I can't show you what I recorded when I put camera in. Oh, geez. my boy, the Dog Paul.
Yeah.
Woof, woof, woof.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's I went and bought a year. Well, I never told my wife about that. A year of StreamYards. So I got to cancel that so they don't automatically renew it.
Renew.
It's coming up in December, I think.
Right.
Yeah, this is fine. And this, even with the paid, I had the paid version I was having, wouldn't even let me do 1080.
Right.
So this thing, it's free, and the free version, I can do 1080.
Oh, a 99 6-speed coupe. Man, I haven't driven a manual transmission for a long time.
Me either.
Wait a second. Let me Brian, what's he saying? One thing shit. This goddamn. Okay, here we go. One thing I like about the Tampa, Braden, Sarasota area is all of the theaters and concerts, lots of music shows. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I did not know that. We didn't do much other than play baseball and go out to the bar at night, So I didn't get to see the sights. Now, when I in like 76, 77, my buddy went to college. My best buddy went to college in Sarasota, New College, and I flew down there. It's the first time I ever flew. And back then, the airport. I don't know. Does Sarasota have an airport? Yeah, I think they do.
Know.
Yeah, but when that was the first time I flew, and in the mid 70s, when you got out of the plane, they had steps. You came down steps. You didn't go through one of the tunnels into an airport. That was kind of weird. And man, I got out of that plane, and it's like I hit a wall of humidity.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was springtime. It was springtime, so it was really getting hot. It was just end of spring into almost summer.
I know. And in Vegas, I don't know if you've been to Vegas, when you get off I forgot the name of the airport, McCarran Airport, you'll feel that heat too, even though it's not a humidity heat. It's still freaking hot.
Right. I've noticed from Brian saying they got 6 nights a week nightclub with bands. That's crazy. That reminds me of the 80s around the Baltimore area, where you used to have a lot of bands playing all over the place in the county and the city, but you don't really have much of that anymore. But I don't always jump into the chat on live streams, where I watch the replays,
I do
and
too.
Janice is like, Janice Lala. So everybody knows Janice. She does where she's at, up in the Boston or Connecticut, wherever the hell she's. I think she's up. I don't know if she's Connecticut or Boston.
Something like that, Connecticut.
But whatever. But Christ, she says that they have all these what do you call it?
Mic night
jam nights, open mic nights or jam nights.
Yeah.
She said, I guess it was it Hacks? I guess I was watching Rick Romanelli's chat. I was watching the end of Rick Romanelli's chat from the other day. He did one. She said she did 5 songs straight.
Yeah, so she seems to find.
She said there's like 10 up. She said there's like 10 places that have that. That's like 10 more than this we have down here in Baltimore County.
Good point. You brought up. We have a place. We have the Amish Market, which is 3 miles from me.
Right. Cool.
And they have bands playing there, right?
Really?
And and you just come up and so we went there once before Margaret had her surgery, like on Wednesdays. But I think they're doing it more nights now. So she wants to go back. So I think she can dance now. It's great. Wait till you see her next time. She walks straight now, and it's just unbelievable.
That's good.
And she's thinking about getting her other one needs it too, and she's thinking about getting that done sooner than later.
Oh, really? Well, if she did so good after this one,
it's freaking amazing. I just can't believe it how good she's doing. It's like now everything's back to normal. I can relax now. I don't have to clean up the house, wash dishes.
You're talking about guitar here. All right, Hack says, is Hack getting a... Oh, Hack's getting a Charvel? Get out of here. Hack, what'd you get rid of? Or what are you going to get rid of? Or are you just adding one to the collection?
See, he's warranted because he is a gigging musician.
I can understand it, and he plays so many... him and he did a really good. Hack did a. At first, I came in late because I guess we had dinner or whatever, and I said, "Oh shit, Hack's on with his brother," and they're talking about cover bands and all. And like as soon as I came in, they were talking about it just some of the things, the unfortunate things that happened to the band, between the patrons being drunk and blah blah blah. And I made a comment. It doesn't sound like much fun, but then they said no, it's a lot of fun. But how do you remember 40 songs?
I can't do it. That's why, I mean, I unless I had the music up there, I can make it where I can look at it, and then you got to look at it and then play it the same. I just don't have that mindset to remember all these songs.
I mean, I could probably clam my way through 40 songs of playing my own leads, filling in the solo. But I couldn't remember the chords and the structure and the song. And the poor bastard that's got to sing, he's got to remember the words. I don't understand it. It seems impossible.
Did you ever play in a band, or
no,
you never did that?
Not even. Come on, me playing a band.
I did it one time as a kid, but they had a guitar player and a keyboard player. All they said, just play a riff. They don't care. But, it wasn't that. It was horrible. But I made money at it, right? And the last time I tried that for a band was not the last time, the next to the last. It was I think it was in Hollandtown or somewhere in Baltimore. And one of the guys says, you need to find another hobby. That's what he told me.
Look, if I was just sitting in and playing leads, there's probably only 2 songs that I could play. And possibly not clam, but more, I'm going to clam, I'm going to hit a sour note because I have no idea where I'm at or what I'm doing. It comes out, is Down by the River and Watchtower, a 2 or 3 chord, but I like what I play and all. And some people are very, very gracious in the comments on my videos, but I'm going to make at least 7 or 8 to 10 to 12 mistakes every time if I do a 4 or 5 minute video, because I get lost because I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just I have patterns
when you learn video editing, you can take all that stuff out.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
like I do.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Oh, by the way, while we're talking about cover song, there's a guy 12-foot chain. If you want to learn songs note for note and covers, he's really good. And who's that guy that you sent me to? Who's the guy that you sent?
PDX Freak, I think. PDX Freak.
Freak.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, let me.
I'll give me a minute and I'll put up the links to these guys. They're really good. How to play a song, and of course, most of the songs that they have how to play, I've newer heard of, or I'd have to listen to, or I didn't know that was the song. But there's a
I got it. Well, I got it. I'll post it.
He only said hello. There's Johnny R. Kramer. What's Johnny? Johnny, what's going on, dude?
I got it. I posted it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's really good. Now you can post the one.
PDX Freak. Yeah, let me find that guy. Let me open up another window. All right, you talk for a minute.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I haven't been posting a lot of music stuff, but I'm working on stuff and different things. I'm trying to. The lead, I'm going to tell you, it's a song you can't play in Guitar Center. Smoke on the Water. I'm working on the lead, and I got it down. There's 2 fast parts in there. It's the only part I can't get. I did it a few years ago, but it was so slow. I think I got it on. I know I have it on my YouTube channel on here. I have it posted, but it was so bad. But now, so I can see I can play a little faster now. But still, these 2 parts, you need to really get the timer right, and it's still not. It's still not good enough, but it's still fun because I get close. And hey, is that Terry's? Is that you, Terry? It is. Hello. Let me see. Here's another tech guy that I knew from a long time ago.
WBTM 123.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Anything mechanical or probably computer too. He worked on computer. He can fix. There's nothing he can't fix.
Cool.
Nothing.
So anyway, this guy PDX Freak that Mitch put up, he's probably a little bit more Johnny Kramer, the music channel. Wow, you got a new name there, Johnny. That's a pretty long name.
By the way, check out
probably easier to find
WPT 123. He's got a YouTube channel. And I said, if you want to learn how to fix any kind of motor, check it out. Give him a like, follow him.
Cool.
He's really good.
Well, I might check out his channel, but I ain't fixing no motors.
Oh, I can't do nothing. I just had my deck. I had the steps repaired or rebuilt because there were a lot. Yeah, it was bad.
Okay.
I had that. I couldn't do that. Couldn't do it myself. Not now. Maybe if I lose this weight, I might be able to do something.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy in Baltimore County? If you want to put like an addition, or let's say you want to add a bathroom to your basement, I think if you get a building permit, you know, because a lot of people do stuff without getting the permit, you know, because it saves a couple dollars, and then you don't have to have somebody come in and inspect. But if you know somebody calls, you know, a lot of neighbors are like, oh, they're doing something. I'm calling, you know, let's see if they have a permit. You know, why people have to want to make other people miserable. I guess that's what makes the world go around. But listen, in Baltimore County, if you like, let's say you want to redo your whole basement or something. I'm pretty sure what my neighbor was saying, you got to put a sprinkler system in your house. That costs thousands of dollars.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I lived in Carroll County, right? I lived down there before I lived in, I was there 9 years. I put a deck on, but I went to the county offices. I drew my diagram. I got the permit. So I was doing everything legal. I built it myself. You know, I had some friends helping me.
Right. Yeah.
This is back in 84, right?
Right.
85.
Right.
And several years later, the county came by. They sent all these letters out because people were building decks without having the permit. They sent me one, but I said, no, I had the permit. So I was fine. But these people, they had to digger stuff. They had to show them that you had to go put your
you have to do fours. With decks. You have to do something different now.
You have to go by the freeze line. You had to go down. I did everything by the. But here I didn't. This thing I just had fixed. I didn't go because it was just fixing something I already had. You know what I mean?
But dude, that's like 40 years ago. Now today, like if you want to build a deck, you just can't put like your what do you call the posts that come up that the deck goes the supports or whatever. The ones from the ground up. You know, like I can't see because of the pop-up chat. But anyway, before I think you would just dig a hole, put the thing in there, cement, level it before it's set and all. You can't do it that way now. Now you have to do something. I did all
that before.
But now there's a new way of you have to do it. And I think it's more expensive and a lot more difficult. So it's great. The problem with all the, not to get into politics, but it just they got to come up with some new law. They run out of things to have laws for, so let's make up a new law to make everything more difficult for everybody.
Terry,
everything more expensive.
I guess it's a state by state thing, or where you are. Even when I built a deck when I lived in South Hanover, the house, I did everything legal. I went and got the permits and everything.
My God, I like that. Where do you live? I should move there. Where's that?
I think he's in Ohio.
Ohio. Okay.
Yeah. But and then he said, wait about. Oh, here's a question that like the decks I built, I used treated lumber, but what he used, it's all like blonde color, and I'm not thinking. So he done finished. I'm thinking, did he not use treated lumber? But he's got the tags on there, and it says for severe weather.
Really?
So it is.
Maybe they got a new Maybe they got a new treatment process.
You never seen it where it looked like that. But and he told me wait until it dries out about 9 months, and if he wants, he can stain it for me, or maybe I'll try to do it myself.
Yeah. Well, that's a cool stay where you're at there. What's his name?
Terry.
Terry. Stay where you're at, Terry. That's what I'd do anyway.
Yeah.
So you're liking the camera. You're liking this. What the hell is it again? Nux.
EV Mux. It's a streaming software. It's like EV Mux. It's like StreamYard.
So you like this better than live stream? I mean, better than StreamYard.
Yeah, because it's let me do 1080 on the free plan, whereas I'm paying for the middle plan.
Right.
And, StreamYard it's only give me 720.
720.
And it gives me a lot more stuff I can do on screen here.
Let me get back to YouTube. Well, it looks real good, Mitch.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I'm glad it's not
There is no when you're on YouTube now on your left before on your right shoulder, I saw the waves. Now occasionally when you move a little bit to your right in your seat, Mitch.
I am. I can't. I
Okay,
don't. I
okay,
can't move the seat. I don't know.
okay.
Really.
So let me go back. I'm on YouTube. It's a delay. It's killing me. So
Yeah.
when you move a little bit on the back wall, when the light is lighter, where the light's actually hitting the back wall when you move,
Hmm.
that's where you see the waves. Like right now, there's no waves. But if
I
you
don't.
move and the light change, like right now, night and even on our thing, I'm in the studio, you can
Hmm.
see it. So it's the light, the extra light that is making the waves. Now it's really waving big time on your left. Let me go to YouTube. Yeah. Now move swivel around to your left.
It's still worse. It's still worse. What I'm seeing it worse than what it is on YouTube. So,
Yeah, but
uh,
swivel. Okay, wait a second.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
swivel around to your left. Now there's no waves. There's no waves right now because
I'm going to try different. See, it's real bad when I'm looking
it's
at
the
through
lighting.
OBS,
It's the lighting.
or Prism,
Oh,
and I'm well. When I had the other the Logitech Brio 4K camera. When I had the ceiling light on, and I'm not just normal lighting, it was really bad. That would do that. I couldn't get that to stop. That's the main reason. Actually, the main reason I took it back. And
all right. I'm going
this
to
is
change gears here because this is interesting. We got a conversation here, Doc and R2, talking about shampoo and restrictions, blah blah blah. So when I start my day on the computer, whatever it is, MSN or whatever, I got all these little boxes. It's kind of like YouTube, with the recommendation for stories, news stories,
mhm.
politics, sports, how to, stuff, and they, the medical profession or whoever, I guess it's the medical, they can't make up their mind because I have read two completely different things about washing your hair. One says washing your hair all the time is really bad. And another one says if you don't wash your hair enough, that's really bad.
I watch it
There's no
well
general consensus on this goddamn shampoo business.
almost every day. Well, now I might skip a day, especially when winter's come. But when I was out working a normal, I take a shower every day, maybe sometimes once in a while, twice a day. In the summertime, I'm doing stuff. Now I always wash my hair. Just
Well, I think I'm
now.
going back, even though it's getting colder. My hair's longer than hell. You can't see with the
What hair?
hat. I've got,
What hair? No, I'm only
but
kidding. No, I'm
look,
just joking.
it's getting longer. But I think I'm going back to just get it almost buzzed because it's like low maintenance, man. You get out of the shower and go shh with the towel, your hair's dry. If you want to go out, you want it to look okay, you put the goo in it, it sticks straight up, okay, and you don't have to put a lot of shit in it, just a little
I
bit,
go every. I go every. Well, I should go every 5 weeks. I my hair grows like
It's
anything.
probably been 3 months since I had a haircut. I mean,
Oh, really?
I'm not COVID days, like I was with COVID, where I really let it get long, but it's getting shaggy in the back. But I feel guilty because last time I made an appointment to my girl, I didn't go back. Trying to go shave my head. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not at the point of shaving my head. I mean, I'm getting real thin up in the front here. I'm getting real. When it's short, you can see how thin it is. A couple of my videos, it's like, Jesus Christ, it looks like I'm going bald, but it's just because it's so little hair
Yeah.
up there, and I
Right.
have receding hairlines. Anyway,
Right.
so how long we been on?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until an hour. We got about 5 minutes. We'll
Okay,
call it.
all right,
But
53 minutes. That's good.
so what we covered today? Cheap guitars.
Cheap
All
guitars.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I follow the Mono Price Facebook group. It's really interesting. I'm out, and then I follow a lot of. There's another one, Cheap Guitars or Firefly Guitars, and then I follow a couple different theory groups, and it's just so interesting. I don't necessarily post a whole lot. Once in a while, I do,
Right.
but you just get so much information just from reading other people's posts, and they
Yeah.
show you how to.
Well, and I guess it's like anything. I mean, look at Picks and Paints. He bought some decent guitars. Epiphone, I think the Telecaster. I don't know if one was a Gibson. He kept sending them back. He had
Oh,
issues with
I think
Fender,
he bought
but
two. Was it two Telecasters or Stratocaster?
Yeah, and I think he ended up sending them all back, right? He got something else.
Right.
But that's the problem with buying online. But I think just like he had issues, you can buy that Firefly. That guy Steve Starlacci, he bought a couple of them. Of course, he knows how to set a guitar up and all, but so he can make, you can take a rag and make it into a masterpiece. But cheap ones, good, expensive ones, you can get a good one or a bad one.
Right.
So the opposite. Hey, Mitch, the opposite end of the spectrum. Did you see Rick Romanelli's latest video he put out? I think it was today or yesterday or whenever. He went to the Pittsburgh Guitar Show. Have you ever gone to a guitar show?
I have not. I would like to.
My God, he jammed, but while he was playing, of course, everything he plays is like it's just butter. It sounds so good,
right.
But
like Jesse.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the guys, but his video was pictures from the guitar show, and man, I mean, there were like $10,000 Gibsons, $9,000, a lot of real expensive stuff. I've never been to a guitar show.
I haven't either. Yeah, I don't go to a lot of places.
It's probably a good thing because do something stupid and buy something,
But
because I can actually touch it and play it,
Right. I would love to. I used to go to. I was into bass fishing real heavy, like back in the '90s, and any outdoor show I would go to, and computer shows. Timodium used to have a lot of computer shows. Well, when they put Micro Center there, they don't come anymore since Micro Center.
Oh, at the fairgrounds?
Yeah.
They used to do it at the fairgrounds? Yeah.
So I used to go to, they don't come there anymore as far as I know, since Micro Center moved in.
Yeah.
I don't go out too much except for around here.
I'll tell you now, that's a store where those people know, in my opinion, know what they're doing. Those guys are all held. Like when we went out was it last year or this year, early this year, and Janet got a new computer. She didn't get anything as elaborate, because she doesn't need the, I kind of like overdid it, I think, with these two that you got me, but they're good computers. I'm glad I got them. You know what I mean?
You got the extra power if you need it.
Yeah, extra power and, whatever. They're more, I guess, gaming type, whatever. But everybody's so nice and knowledgeable, and they don't try to oversell. Oh, you should get this one. It's like they're not they're trying to help you buy something instead of trying to sell you something. Is the way I feel. That I really like that store. And they, of course, with you, I don't really need those guys when I got you because you're going to tell me what to get.
It's just so far for me to go.
Yeah, right. Well, it's close for me.
Now it's even 10 miles further.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you moved out of ways.
Yeah.
Coffee enemies or coffee.
Well, coffee is a
R2 and Doc are having some interesting.
Coffee is a diuretic, isn't it? Coffee is a diuretic, I believe.
No, I don't know. I can't get by. I need about 4 or 5 cups every morning.
I normally only drink 2, but since I've been on this diet, I might be drinking two a day.
No, you missed highlighting. You should have highlighted this comment. This just in: don't drink shampoo. It does taste like shit.
I gotta scroll down.
Yeah, Brian, you and me both. I could, And really, I'm sorry I haven't spent a whole lot of money. I'm really pissed now that I didn't buy the guitar down when I was down at Dunedin because I'm losing so much money. It's like I could have had all kinds of shit. It just disappears. It just disappears. One day you got this much in your account, next day, and I'm not trading it or anything like that. I got, Ed Jones is supposed to, the guy didn't listen to me. I said I didn't want to lose a lot of money. Yeah, but woe is me. They always say it comes back. They always say it comes back, but
Yeah, I lost a lot of money. I know
I've never been in this position before to have money to lose, so it doesn't feel good.
I don't know what it did today. Yesterday was
up today, yesterday, up today, up yesterday, up today, and tomorrow, I'll click on Yahoo and then check my email, and then I'll go up the top and hit finance and see where I'm starting at. It'll be in the red tomorrow. You know, two
Yeah,
days
yeah,
of green. Tomorrow it'll be red, bastards.
I hear you.
But I'll
All
never
right,
spend it all.
we are at
I
the
think we're
hour.
done.
We're
Yeah.
at the hour mark. I had fun.
So,
Did you have
yeah,
fun?
I had a blast. I'll be
It was
honest with you.
fun.
Earlier today, I was in a funk. I was telling Mitch, everybody. So I've got a nice computer upstairs that Mitch helped me pick out, and I've got a nice computer downstairs. So when I'm downstairs, I do most of my YouTubing, and I'm on the computer all day. My wife's watching TV all day, blah blah blah. But so today, a recommendation for a YT Jams tracks from a year ago, and I really like his backing tracks. And I picked up my guitar that I have downstairs. Didn't even plug it into my little mini amp. I just, I like that. I want to go do a video. I come up here, get everything set up, and my computer up here, I've got the backing track going on my computer into my mixer, and I got, figured out which preset I was going to use or which ones I was going to use for my leads, how I do my videos. And then all of a sudden, the backing track on YouTube freezes up, and the little circles in the center going, the little tiny thing, the arrows going around and around, freezes up. I restart the computer, and it's like I've completely lost it. But it's like I can't even, I promised Janice I was going to play leads on her version of Sweet Home Chicago. I can't do it because I can't get YouTube to keep playing into my mixer so I can jam. And then I
download all my backing tracks. So you're
gonna have to show me how to do that.
Well, I'm using a third party software.
No thanks. No thanks.
No, you want to learn how to do something. You have to.
All right.
Learn. You have to work at it.
All right. Well,
but
we'll get Team Viewer going. We'll get Team Viewer going, and maybe you can show me how to do that.
No, I think you could do it. It's not that hard. I use a program. It's not real hard. Actually, you can just find a YouTube. So find some website will download it for you. Actually, but I don't trust them.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. Well, we'll discuss this at another date. But anyway, everybody, thanks for coming in. Let's see how many are left.
Look, Laurie just stopped in. Hi, Laurie.
Hi, Laurie.
She just
everybody go to Laurie's Mishmash. She's been doing a lot of collaborations. That girl is busy. Laurie, I haven't been to your channel, but I've seen. But it seems the notifications come up for the other people you're collaborating with.
Good. Wait a minute. I want to say, good to see you, Terry. Very good to see. We used to do streams years ago, like tech stuff. We did one once.
Technology, tech stuff.
We did one where we looked like we were in the same room, as we both had green screens and you couldn't tell.
Oh, really?
Now this is back then when the PCs weren't that powerful. And
way before.
Like
you guys were way ahead of the game, eh?
It was about, I don't know, 10 years, a long time. It was fun. Laurie, your stuff is beautiful. I don't always comment on it, but I watch it, listen to it. And I see it. I just think I'm not in all those people that we all collaborate with. I'm not in any of their classes, so that's why I haven't been putting.
Well, she's between the piano playing, which is excellent, and the outfit she wears. It's good. It's good to watch. So everybody check out Laurie
Mishmash.
And everybody else, R2, Hack, Dog Paw,
yes,
Frank, Rick Hefner, Large Guitars. I'm missing some people. Anyway, Brian S, Terry, Dwight. I'm not mentioning Doc. Oh, I did just mention it. Blackjack Guitar, Hetriani, Dan in New Jersey. And if we ignored you in the chat, that's just what we do. We don't do it on purpose. We're just, the lights are out. They're shutting down.
I turned it off. All right, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Stick around, Mitch. I want to talk to you a minute.
Okay, everybody have a good rest of the week. Y'all take care now.
All right, good night. Thanks for coming in and joining us, folks.
Bye.